And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Las Vegas, New Mexico, and La Villa Patricia Sanchez Family Stadium, a.k.a. the Perkins Stadium here in Las Vegas. And this afternoon's RMAC matchup taking on the number 17th ranked team in the nation, CSU Pueblo, and our very own New Mexico Highlands University Cowboys. Coin flip is taking place now down at midfield. New Mexico Highlands has won the toss. They will defer to the second half. Let's take a look real quick at the tail of the tape, as we call it, for this afternoon's contest. RMAC ranking, New Mexico Highlands comes in ranked number 11. Pueblo ranked number 3rd in the RMAC. Nationally ranked, of course, CSU Pueblo comes in 17th or 16th, depending on which poll you're reading. New Mexico Highlands 0-4 in conference play. Pueblo coming in 3-1. Mexico Highlands comes in averaging 10 points per game, while Pueblo comes in averaging 27.4 points per game. The Cowboys are giving up 38.5 per game, while Pueblo's giving up 18.4 points per game. The Cowboys are rushing for 93 yards per game, while the Thunderwolves come in averaging 179.4 yards per game. The Cowboys average 101 yards passing, while Pueblo averages 196. Pretty balanced attack. New Mexico Highlands is 11th in offense in the RMAC. Pueblo is ranked 6th. New Mexico Highlands comes in 8th overall in defense. Pueblo comes in ranked number 4. Mines leads the conference at 5-0. Dixie 4-1. Pueblo, Western State all 3-1. Adams State and Fort Lewis 3-2. Mesa 2-2. And it's Black Hills, Chattern each at 1-4. And New Mexico Highlands and Dakota Mines coming in each at 0-4. So we're set for some football. Thank you very much for joining us. And this kickoff, as always, for New Mexico Highlands, brought to you by the good folks over at Rita May Inc., located in Maxwell, New Mexico. Visit them for all your organic needs, foods, beverages, cosmetic products, healthy snacks. Give them a call. And immediately, Cowboys come up with a little bit of trickery. And CSU Pueblo recovers, and we're underway from Las Vegas, New Mexico. Well, the officials are going to talk about this. Cowboys celebrating down on the sideline, and it's first down Highlands. So Marty Fine, the head coach, wasting no time in pulling rabbits out of the hat. The Cowboys will be led by Ramon Atkins, the quarterback here this afternoon. Ramon, a young man, likes to get out of the pocket, likes to run the ball, throw the ball, do all kinds of things with it. We'll set the offense for you here momentarily. Brett Bassler is the center. He'll anchor down the offensive line more in a moment. We'll show you the offense for the Cowboys. And the first snap of the game, and option out to the right side. They're going to pitch it, and a good pickup immediately for the Cowboys. Pick of about 4 or 5 yards. There you see the starting offense for New Mexico Highlands here this afternoon. Shante Mills on that last carry for Highlands. Second down and call it 3 to go here for Highlands. Handoff again, this one going to the right side. And losing a yard was James Budget. Brings up third down and call it 4 to go here for Highlands. Again, just underway here from the original Las Vegas. I was watching a podcast the other day from up in CSU Pueblo, and some of the people were on the newscast were asking, so there really is another Las Vegas. This is the original Las Vegas, USA. The other one we say is our sister. Third down and 4 here. They're going to throw it. Being rushed. Now he's getting out of the pocket, and he's going to be dropped from behind. Tanner Philo was first to arrive on the scene. That's his 5th sack of the season for the Thunderwolves. Here's the CSU Pueblo defense, as you saw, just coming up with a big stop. So the Thunderwolves will get the ball here. Isaiah Diggs is back deep to receive. There you see the CSU Pueblo defense. Castaway is going to be punting the football. Young man out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's a beauty. High punt, fair catch is called for at about the 14-yard line. And a great kick by Dillon. Take a look at the New Mexico Highlands University defense there. Led by B.J. Edwards. B.J. coming up with big game after big game. Also Malik Brown, number 4. First down and 10 here for CSU Pueblo. Pueblo dressed in their road white with red numerals and navy blue pants. Cowboys, of course, dressed in their home purple jerseys. They did wear their whites the last outing when Dixie State was in town. The quarterback is Lamphere. Lamphere is going to throw it out, and immediately the first catch of the made out to the right side. Eamon Johnson, who's got 13 passes this year already, make that 14 on the season, comes up with a reception. And the Thunderwolves are going quick. John Riston, the head coach. Mike McCarty, the offensive coordinator, looking to get things going early here. The pass is going to be incomplete, thrown behind Nick Williams. So it's going to bring up third down here and about, let's call it 6 to go here for the Thunderwolves, making the 4.5-hour trip down from Pueblo, down I-25, straight down. Down the Raton Pass, getting to Raton, and we're about an hour and a half thereabouts from the city of Raton. Just stay on I-25 all the way down. Toss it off to the right side, and this is going to be close to a first down. Looks like Michi was on the carry there. Austin Michi comes in up, 53 carries for 249 yards. Does have 3 touchdowns. 4th and inches. And they're going to kick it away. There was CSU Pueblo's offense as they get off the field here. We'll see them again in just a short bit. Lavarrio's back to receive the punt for New Mexico Highlands. This is a dandy. This is going to drive him back all the way inside. It takes a bounce into the end zone. A great kick. Cowboys will have it 1st and 10 back at the 20, their second possession here this afternoon. Pretty good crowd this afternoon making the trip down from Pueblo. They travel very well. Pretty good look there. We got the cheerleaders in town, and I believe that's their dance team as well. They got the mascot as well here this afternoon. They take a good look at the Cowboy offense as they're ready to come onto the field. Second possession here. Cowboys looking for their first win of the season. Tough opponent here in town. And the Thunderwolves. So once again, Atkins under center. Cowboys will run out there about 5 or 6 different running backs throughout the game. And he's going to be dropped immediately. Arriving first was Philo again. That's his second sack of the afternoon. James Maxey on the season, 48 tackles, 4.5 sacks. He was the RMAC in Division II Player of the Week last week. Congratulations to him. Took home both honors. Cowboys lose a bunch there at second down and long yardage. They're going to hand it off coming off the right guard, off Neal, and a pickup of about maybe a couple of yards. Stacked up immediately on the inside. Brady Opp plugging things up for the Thunderwolves. So it brings up third down here and a heap of yards for the Highlands Cowboys as they are back into the north end zone of Sanchez Family Stadium, a.k.a. the Perk. Quick drop, quarterback draw. He's going to run and nowhere to hide. Thunderwolves sniff it out quickly, and it's fourth down for Highlands. Jackson Wibbles, his 31st tackle of the year. And it's fourth down, and Gasaway's called on again to boom one again. This time he's going to kick it by the time he kicks, it'll be right on the goal line. Diggs stands back at about the 44, 46. Gasaway end over end kick. It's going to take a Cowboy bounce. Diggs will let it bounce and inside the 40 and down at about the 38. And for the second time this afternoon, to see if we can show the CSU Pueblo offense one more time. And led by their quarterback, Gunnar Lamfier, 666 yards passing coming in. Austin Michi, the featured back. DJ Pennick will get some carries also. Max Fine comes in as a leading receiver, having caught 11 passes for 148 yards. CSU Pueblo on the year, of course. Beating Dixie State in the opener, then Chatteron State. Losing to Mines 34-14. Defeating Texas A&M Commerce 24-17. And last week, of course, defeating South Dakota Mines 21-13. There was a media timeout called on the field, so we're going to keep it right here. The Mexico Highlands with back-to-back home games coming up. Of course, they play here today, as you see, and then next week back home again. CSU Pueblo, of course, located up in Pueblo. 4,000 students on the campus. I'd like to give a shout out to the president, Dr. Timothy P. Matet, and Paul Plinsky, the director of athletics. Media timeout. Play resumes here, first down and 10 for Pueblo. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Thrown again behind the intended receiver, Williams. That's the second time today the pass has gone behind him. It's going to bring up second down here and 10 for Pueblo. And again, watching that telecast up in Pueblo this week, John Reston, the head coach, saying we have to start getting on track. Second half of the season coming up. Looking for big things today here in Las Vegas. They're going to throw it again. Flag comes in, and they'll blow it dead. Comes from the umpire. This usually means a procedure call. And that it is. Stubar, the right guard. So to bring up second down here in 15 for Pueblo. Van Feer's backed up. He sits right on about the 28-yard line. Same pass. Now a flag comes in the backfield. Again, that was intended for Williams. This is thrown by the referee, or excuse me, by the head linesman nearest us. Here comes the call. And as we wait, here it is. Holding against Pueblo. So they back them up another 10 yards as they move backwards, as they are back into the south end here. So now officials come in again and blow everything dead. They're going to remark the football. Move it back one more yard. And we're ready to go. Play action, little bubble screen off to the right. Gets up to the 30-yard line. That's Williams' first catch. They've thrown to him 3 straight times now. Must see something on that side of the football field that they like. 3rd down and 18 coming up for the Thunderwolves. Pinnock is now in the backfield. Stands to the right of Lanphier. Slides him over to the left side. Cowboys showing blitz. Here they come. Pressure. He's going to take off and run with it. Has a couple of blockers out in front. He's going to be stopped well short of the first down to about the 41. And let's see, they will send the punt team on. So Cowboys will get the football back here. And the Barrios deep. And another high booming kick. This one taken at about the 8. Right side, returned out to the 19-yard line, and that's where the Cowboys go to work one more time. Their 3rd possession here this afternoon. Christian Mejia on the return. So 1st down and 10 coming up for the Cowboys, just shy of the 20-yard line, out to about the 19. Cowboy offense already on the field. Trevion Thomas is in the game in the backfield for Highlands. As we said, the Cowboys will run out about 7 or 8 different running backs throughout the course of the afternoon. And it brings up 2nd down here and about 6 to go. Muldrow is on that last carry. Lamanzi comes out wide to the right. They're going to hand it off right side, looking to come outside, turning it up. Great pursuit that time, as Thomas was the ball carrier. And running that one down was James Maxey, the RMAC Defensive Player of the Week and D2 Player of the Week. So it brings up 3rd down, about 5 here for Highlands. See the Cowboys keep this drive going. Trips out to the left this time for New Mexico Highlands. And they'll throw it out that way. And it's going to be low and incomplete. And the Cowboys will have to give the football back again. Tell it one more time for number 16. That's Juwan Muldrow. Diggs will drop back again, and Gasaway's on for his 3rd punt. Diggs stands back at about the 34-yard line of the Thunderwolves. A lot of finger pointing going on. Thunderwolves said Highlands moves. Highlands pointing saying they moved. And that's the man who will make the call. So the Cowboys be backed up 5 yards. All the way back to the original line of scrimmage, just shy of the 20. Gasaway stands back at the 5, awaiting the snap. And here come the Thunderwolves. And a pretty good kick by Dillon. Ball's bobbled and picked up at about the 26. Return right sideline, 45, midfield, and dropped. And a late flag comes flying in. Diggs on the return all the way into Cowboy territory. Now another flag comes flying in way up at about the 37-yard line. We got all kinds of laundry down on the field here. It's going to be one of those live ball, dead ball penalties. And let's see what directions we're going in. Wind is picking up, gusting a little bit. Beautiful day here in Las Vegas. 66 where yesterday and day before we thought we were going to hit what you guys were getting up in the Denver area, up in that part of the world. Things have settled down, a little bit of a wind, but absolute gorgeous day. Temperature right now in the mid-60s. Here in the original Las Vegas. Waiting for the call. The referee can't get the mic to work. Yeah, back to the old days. 2 falls. Face mask penalty against Highlands. And there's the dead ball fall, unsportsmanlike, against Pueblo, number 82. And that's a warning they're giving to number 82, they're saying, from CSU Pueblo for the unsportsmanlike penalty. C.K. Poulos. So Pueblo's going to have it first down and 10 after all that. Ball's placed down at the Cowboy 48-yard line. They'll hand it off to Michi, and Michi gets to about the 46, and the Cowboys corral him right there. Dewan Lang was in on that tackle. We have an injured player down for Pueblo. Let's take a quick timeout. We got no score from Las Vegas.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Second down here and about 9 to go. Elijah Reed was the injured player, and they helped him off, and they're tending to him, and he looks to be okay. Jet sweep going off to the right side, and the Cowboys cover it very well. Diggs was on the carry, and it's third down here and about 7 to go. Third down and call it about 6 here for the Thunderwolves. Looking to get something go offensively. The rush is on. He's going to pull it down and run. First down. So Lamphere gets all the way out to about the 32-yard line and a first down. I'd like to give a big shout out to my main man, Ed Nunez, watching back in Albuquerque. Voice of ProView Networks and the voice of the Western New Mexico Mustangs. Pick up about 3 or 4 there, so shout out to you, my friend, watching back in Albuquerque. Host of the Sports Desk show on ProView Networks. You can see that every Tuesday. Every Tuesday on ProView and Comcast at 11:30. Alden, our producer director, who produces most of the show. Second down here and 6 to go here for the Thunderwolves, and flags come flying in from the side. I'd like to thank and give a shout out to our great friends over at ProView Networks who produce and direct all our games here at Highlands and all the high school sports in the state of New Mexico just about. Make the trip up from Albuquerque, and whether it's here or they go down to Silver or UNM. Busy group. Second down and about 2 to go here for Pueblo. Lamphere stands back. Read option, hand off, and it's going to be short by about a yard. Great job by the interior front of New Mexico Highlands to stuff that up. B.J. Edwards, who's in just about every tackle there is under the sun for New Mexico Highlands, was in on that one, along with a host of other purple jerseys. Coming up at the half, very interesting interview. We'll tell you about that in a minute. Third down and a very short one. They're going to throw it. The rush is on. The pass is complete. Screen pass out to the right, and he's going to be shy by about a yard. Excuse me, I thought it was 3rd and 1. It was 3rd and 11. I apologize for that. Pennick on the reception. Quickly, here comes Pueblo up to the line of scrimmage on 4th and 1. Quarterback sneak, they're pushing it, and believe they got it. So I apologize for that. Whenever I hear the word Ed Nunez, I get a little excited. Enjoying a rare Saturday off back in Albuquerque. A lot of big college football games going on around the nation. He's probably catching a few of them. The OU-Texas game, of course. LSU and Florida later on. Notre Dame, USC later on. That's always a good one. They're going to throw it again, rolling out to the right, looking downfield. Ball is caught and out of bounds immediately. It looked like Sykes was on the carry, on reception. Short pickup, they're saying, about 2 yards. Excuse me, that was a tight end, Preston Guerra. Oh, referee's going to stop play here. Two minutes and 14 seconds here in the first. Getting ahead of myself. They're going to pitch it. Breaking some tackles at 10. This is going to go into the end zone for a DJ Pennick touchdown. CSU Pueblo. So Pennick goes in from about 21 yards out. And the Thunderwolves draw first blood here in Las Vegas. It's 6-0. Point after coming up. Mitchell Carter does most of the kicking. In fact, does all the kicking here for Pueblo. Point after is up, and he just hit the John A. Wilson Complex, which is about a half a mile away. But a little over 2 minutes to go here in the first. And CSU Pueblo leads it by a score of 7-0. You're watching Cowboy football. Everything all right, bro?
Hello, I'm Sylvester Pettis with the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic H Club with a couple of announcements. First, please be sure to navigate and look at the new website that the athletic department has developed, NMHUathletics.com. Again, NMHUathletics.com.
We apologize, Sylvester Pettis, for interrupting your commercial. We'll come back to it when we get a chance. Talk about the great things with the H Club. That kick's going to sail way into the end zone. The John A. Wilson Complex, off to our left, is a home of Highlands University volleyball and men's and women's basketball. That's what we're making note to on the extra point by Carter. And just right there, that shows you what kind of foot this young man has. A baseball field and softball field off to our left as well. Football complex across the street, what used to be known as the old Stu Clark Gymnasium back in the day. Perkins Stadium, always the home of the Highlands University Cowboys. And speaking of that, halftime, we have a very special guest, John Levra. Probably the most famous of all Highlands University head football coaches going back to the 60s. And the likes of Carl Garrett, for example, used to stomp the grounds here at Highlands, will be our halftime guest. They're going to wing it out. Man's out there, incomplete, overthrew him. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 as once again Atkins was under duress. Hawkins was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down and about 10 here. Got the scoreboard back up for you. Big shout out to Joseph Gutierrez from his father Eric, watching in Iona, Oxnard, California. '49er fans. Coming off to the right side, and great pursuit again by Pueblo. Max Gonzalez running that down. And it's 3rd down here and about 7 to go. Third down and 7. Minute 16 to go here in the opening. 7-0. Pueblo just scored. They're going to throw it again over the middle. One-handed catch. And this is going to be very close, and it will be a Cowboy first down. Thomas with a great catch thrown behind him. And it's first down Highlands. They move it up to the 36-yard line. Well, the old saying, stay ahead of the chains, and that's what the Cowboys just did right there. They're going to give it first man through and right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a catch made by Thomas. Atkins throwing it behind him. A great one-handed catch using his left hand. That's pretty much become pretty standard, I guess, these days. And it used to be a wow thing. We'll just say it's a good catch now. Odell made it what it was, and now everybody does it. Timeout's going to be called on the field. Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Got a good one going on here this afternoon between CSU Pueblo and New Mexico Highlands. We played 15, and it's 7-0. CSU Pueblo, you're watching Cowboy football.
Hello, I'm Sylvester Pettis with the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic H Club with a couple of announcements. First, please be sure to navigate and look at the new website that the athletic department has developed, NMHUathletics.com. Again, NMHUathletics.com. You can navigate to the alumni link. You can get all the latest events by the H Club, but of course you can also navigate through to see what all the latest sporting events and sporting news that the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic Department is posting. Lastly, I want to also invite you to please save the date for June the 27th. It's going to be our third annual fundraising event for all sports that's going to benefit our entire athletic department. This coming year, June 27th, the last Saturday in June, over at Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The last two events have had over 100 attendees. Whether you come and play golf or you just come and stay and get together with some of your old friends that you went to school with, we would really like to invite you out there again, June the 27th. And thank you so much for supporting Highlands University Athletics, more importantly, Highlands University student athletes.
Thank you, Sylvester Pettis, the president of the New Mexico Highlands University H Club, which is the Hall of Fame club. We missed one play. It was an incomplete pass by New Mexico Highlands, and it's 3rd down and 10 here as we are underway with the second period of play. And in about another minute or so, our good friend Alden here, producer director, is going to be putting up our phone number and our Twitter account. And as we always do with Highlands fans and CSU Pueblo as well, we like to interact with our fans as we always do here. Let us know from where it is you are texting or tweeting and who you're cheering for, favorite player, and what you're doing. And you got some meat on the grill or what you're cooking back home. And there's going to be another meeting at the quarterback by CSU Pueblo. Third time today they've had a meeting at the quarterback, and this one was led by Trevor Fillo again. That's his 3rd sack of the afternoon already. There you see the phone number or the Twitter account. Again, keep it clean. Let us know from where it is you're tweeting or where it is you're texting, who you're cheering for, your favorite team perhaps. Maybe you got some barbecue on the grill going or got the TV going. We just had something fall from right above us. Here's a bad snap, and Gasaway in the end zone. It's going to be recovered by Pueblo, and this is going to be a touchdown for the Thunderwolves. Oh, mercy. We're a little bit distracted. Something came flying off the roof right in front of us. But we'll show you the replay here as soon as we get it up. So in an odd sort of way, I guess you can say, the Thunderwolves come up with a touchdown. And they lead it now 13-0. They line up for the swinging gate, but then they'll come back to the line of scrimmage, as you see. Big, big, big turn of events here at Laville Sanchez Family Stadium. The point after, he's going to kick this one all the way to Santa Fe is good. And with 14:07 to go, the Thunderwolves on a special teams touchdown, I guess you can say, score. And it's 14-0. We'll show you the replay when we come back on Cowboy Football.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic.
I don't know what it looked like. A tripod. Check it out.
To help our student athletes excel in the classroom.
Is that what it was?
Play and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide coaches award program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
What is glamour?
No, the scoreboard's still up.
Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds.
That's
They say
interesting.
a life lived
That thing
without
scared the
passion
daylights out of
is
me,
hardly
man.
worth living.
Whoa. I hope there's no. I was just hoping it wasn't a person.
Ma'am. Dang. This.
Here's a kickoff deep into the end zone. Do we have that replay?
Yeah, we got the replay.
Let's see if we can show you that replay of the touchdown because it kind of shocked all of us. Again, we apologize we didn't catch it right away. Here it is again. It went over the head of Gasaway, and Gasaway is a tall dude, but he ain't that tall. They recovered in the end zone for the touchdown. Thank you, Eldon. I'd like to give a shout-out. It says Pueblo, West Colorado. CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves. Terry Good texting in. Thank you very much, Terry. Hope you're nice and warm up in Colorado. Did you guys get any snow up in the Pueblo? We saw the video on Denver. Saw the stadium got pounded pretty good in that area as well. The Broncos are in town this weekend, I suspect. Here's a handoff going off to the right side, and nothing happening again. Budget on the carry. Pueblo showing their speed and in pursuit. Second down and call it about 11 to go here. Maxey on the stop again. Well, the Cowboys want to get something going on the offensive side of the football here. Down 14-0. I formation this time behind Atkins. He's going to come out this way. He's going to pitch it. Ball's loose. And the Thunderwolves say they got it. And by golly, they got it. It looked like Conolaw came up with it. Not too sure, though, but in any event, it's a turnover for Highlands. Here it is again. Atkins comes rolling out. Left-handed pitch goes behind. And here comes CSU Pueblo all over the football. So a very short field to work with here for the Thunderwolves. They have it at about the 23-yard line. They're going to throw it. They throw it in the end zone. Ball is high, incomplete. And intended out there for Williams. Shout out from Richmond Heights, Ohio. Jessica Anderson cheering for NMHU. Daryl McIntyre, number 86. We love you, Daddy, from Remy Eve, Baby O, and Mommy. Go get them. Thank you very much. That's pretty awesome. 2 inches of snow Thursday up in Colorado. That's enough for me for the winter. I'm done. Yeah, when's the summer? So thank you, Jessica Anderson. That was awesome. Thank you very much. Here's a handoff going off to the left side, up the middle, pounding his way down to about the 2-yard line. And it's 1st and goal for the Thunderwolves. And they're quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Band coming in motion. They're going to run it again, and this time the Cowboys do an excellent job stuffing that one. James Buchanan all over that. Northwest Indiana is cheering for Ramon Atkins, Indiana's #1 high school quarterback, 2 years straight. Thank you very much for that. Great state of Indiana, the Hoosier State. Coming off to the right side, and he slipped at the 5. So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Northwest Indiana. Now, is that really Indiana Hoosier State, or is that Indiana State territory? Just wondering. We know it's Big Ten country. 3rd and goal here. Or Big 12. Jet sweep. No, he's going to keep it up the middle. Touchdown. Gunnar Lamphere for the Thunderwolves. That makes it 20-0. CSU Pueblo with 11-20, so they convert on the turnover. So they have one the conventional way, they get one on a bad snap, and now they get one after recovering a fumble. And it's 20-0. Again, they line up in the swinging gate. Mitchell Carter, the kicker. Cozzolino will put it down. He kicks this one again halfway to Santa Fe, and with 11:20 to go, it's 21-0. The number 17th ranked team in the nation leads New Mexico Highlands. As we go to break, you see the touchdown.
This one made me feel all special.
Good job, Alvin. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal.
21-0 as a score. Then Thunderwolves lead us Cowboys, and it's going to be taken right at the goal line. Up to the 20, 25, 30, 35, and dropped on an excellent return. Also cheering for Ramon, quarterback number 3. Shout out to our West Side High number 1 Cougar quarterback. Love it. Keep those texts and keep those tweets coming. We haven't been able to see the Twitter account yet, but we'll get to it. Give a shout out to your favorite player, whether it's CSU or New Mexico Highlands. I'd love to hear from you. Family of NMHU number 15, Hunter Watts, watching back in Atlanta, Georgia. How about it back in hot Georgia, in his hometown of Land O'Lakes, Florida. You got to love that. Penalty thrown by the umpire, who stands next to the referee, and he wants to meet with a whole lot of people. Wants to meet with the head linesman, wants to meet with the referee, and let's see. Well, maybe they're talking about where to go to eat. JC's New York-style pizza is a place, one of our great sponsors. This is going against CSU Pueblo. Again, I'd like to thank our good friends over at JC's NYPD Pizza here in Las Vegas and one in Albuquerque. So if you're in town or you plan on coming to town, they're right on the Old Town Plaza, and I'm sure that's what they were talking about, the officials. You know, they want to order large, medium, green chili, maybe extra pepperoni. And right now, Alden, our producer director, is salivating. He is a pizza-eating dude, man. If you ever go on his Twitter, you'll see it. First down and 5 here for Highlands, as that penalty was against CSU Pueblo defensive lineman for making the offensive lineman from Highlands prematurely jump. Handoff and nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. And it appears, and this is a credit to CSU Pueblo, they got 3-4 guys just about every tackle. And the one name that keeps coming up is Mr. James Maxey. I got a feeling this guy, we might be seeing him on Sundays. So things pretty good back in hot Atlanta, Georgia with the Falcons. Of course, the Bravos going down. Don't worry, my Dodgers did too. Quick pass over the middle's caught into Pueblo territory, and I believe that is Mr. McIntyre. And indeed it is. And for those of you watching him play, there's a big catch, and that moves the chains.
Dreamstyle Remodeling
MLB playoffs well underway. And showing you all our sponsors there. We'll get to the replay. Great throw out to McIntyre, and he's in Thunderwolves territory. Option off to the right, the pitch. And this is going to be another Cowboy first down, and a flag comes flying in from the back judge. I mean, he threw that thing from back at the 15-yard line, and where the referee is standing at the 45, it literally hit him. He's got an arm on him, so I think Jason Garrett, the head coach of the Cowboys, can take lessons from him how to throw that flag. We all know what happened last Sunday in that game with the Packers, and I am a Cowboys fan, so this is going against Highlands. Cheer for the Highlands Cowboys. I'll cheer for the Dallas Cowboys, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I mean, the Dallas side of it. First down and about 17 here for Highlands. 9:48 to go here in the first half of play. John Lever will be our halftime guest. Head coach of the Cowboys back in the 60s, early 70s, and back in the day where they wore purple and gold uniforms. And again, guess who's having a meeting at the quarterback? That's right, Mr. Maxey. First to arrive on the scene. We just heard one of the fans down below say exactly what we said. Him again? And he's putting himself in running again for the Defensive Player of the Week award. This backs the Cowboys up all the way back to about the 37. The mark to make is the Pueblo 37, 38-yard line as they move towards the north end here of the Sanchez Family Stadium. And they'll just say he's got to go from Pueblo to Springs. That's how far he's got to go. And just kind of give you an idea. It's third down here. Man, that area between Pueblo and Springs is amazing. How between here and Pueblo, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Past Trinidad, and then you get into Walsenburg, I believe, or Walsenburg before. I forgot which one it is anymore. But once you pass Pueblo, the Pueblo to Denver or Pueblo to Springs, my, oh, my. That whole freeway just opens up. Now the referee just tossed a flag, and let's see what it's for. Illegal substitution called against Highlands. 12 men were in the huddle. That's a no-no. I'm just curious. Maybe some of our people watching, our fellow football people, what is your opinion on the new pass interference rule in the NFL where you can challenge a pass interference? I mean, I know it started in New Orleans last year, and I get it. I have my personal opinion, but, you know, what's your take on it? Rolling out to the left, quick pass, ball's going to be incomplete, and here comes another flag. Boudreaux was the intended receiver. He's got some nice-looking shoes on him today. They're almost identical to the color of the officials' flags. I don't know, maybe sometime during the course of the game we can get a nice picture of them. Once again, the officials get together, and it's going to be against Highlands offensive pass interference. And they're going to decline it. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So Diggs is going to come back in. He's going to drop back at about the 23-yard line. Here comes Gasaway again. Last time the snap sailed over his head. Diggs very capable of breaking one or two of them. Good snap this time. Gasaway with a good kick. Yeah, they're going to kick it away from Diggs as it goes out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to finally mark it. Officials are coming up, and they mark it dead at the 33, and that's where they'll go to work. Excellent, Mr. Gutierrez. We'll see you November 1st when the Cowboys play their final home game. He'll be making a trip down here to Las Vegas. Keep those text and Twitter messages coming if you like. Give a shout out or two here. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Also, as we go through, I'd like to thank Romero Law Firm, our good friend Roman Romero. If you need an attorney, give Roman a call over in Albuquerque, former Highlands Cowboy. I'd like to thank our good friends over at Subway for taking care of us. Subway Eat Fresh had one of their salads before the game. Excellent. Our player of the game coming up, of course, that by Alta Vista Regional Hospital. We'll get to that later on, of course, towards the end of the game. Alta Vista Regional Hospital. There we go. We got it up there. I also like to give a shout out to our good friends over at Zippel Office Products. Zippel, of course, is the official printer of New Mexico Highlands University. You'll see them. We'll put them up there in a moment. If not now, we'll get to them in a bit. And just one other one, and we'll get to them. There we go. These guys do all our printing and stuff located right here in Las Vegas, and they do one whale of a job. Eldon and I are having some fun up here. We'll get them. First down, little swing pattern now. Caught 40, 45, and dropped about midfield. Pennick on the reception, and that's going to move the chains. Of course, November 1st, the final home game for the Cowboys. That'll probably be senior day, and there's also a huge high school football game in town that day. The two high schools meet also on that same day. Not here, but at the high schools. And tripped up in the backfield and about maybe 2 or 3 yards. Lang was first to arrive. Lawrence was next to arrive for Highlands. Second down and 9 to go here. Drop in looking, bubble screen out to the left, looking to cross field, does. And great job by New Mexico Highlands to corral that and keep it from becoming bigger than what it looked like. Schottmer all over it. And it brings up third down here and about 3 to go. Play action again. They're setting up the screen, and it's incomplete, intended for Pennick. Cowboys defense coming up big there. It's fourth down here in about 2. So let's see what Pueblo wants to do here. Short yardage situation. The offense is still on the field. Lamphere is pointing to the sideline saying, let's go for it. And that they will as Michi comes back in. 6:03 to go here. We apologize that the clock is not being seen. We'll keep you abreast of that. They're going for it. Fourth down and 3. Big time here for the Cowboys to get a stop. Rolling out. Swing. Caught. First down, Pueblo. Great execution on the far side. Diggs coming up big there, and it's first down. They move the chains again. Morris on the stop for Highlands. They got him bunched in tight. A couple of receivers out this side. Handoff going outside. That's Michi. Michi with another first down and a little bit more. Picked up about 13 or 14 there, and they're moving inside the 20 to the 19. So they're in the red zone again and putting up a threat. Morris again on the stop. And now timeout's going to be called by Marty Fine and the Cowboys. They want to regroup with 5:14 to go here until intermission. 21-0 Pueblo, and they're moving.
Dream Style Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dream Style Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dream Style Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
We apologize that you cannot see the time. We've had some difficulties keeping the camera upright because it's windy up atop the press box here. So we'll keep you abreast of the time. As we said, there's 5 minutes and 14 seconds. We'll get it corrected at halftime and get it going for you in the second half. Jet sweep coming near side. Cowboys do a great job of pursuing it. And a loss on the play. Patterson for the Highlands coming up with the stop there. They're crediting Lang also of being on the tackle. Second down here, about 13. Draw heading outside with it. That's Michi. Michi again. The Cowboys do a great job again of tracking it down. First to arrive on the scene, Mr. Malik Brown. Third down and 14 now coming up. Long yardage situation here for the Thunderwolves. Third and 14 for Pueblo. Drop in looking, throws it in the middle. He was wide open, overthrew him. Williams running a little bit of a post pattern there, and he was wide open. The ball may have sailed on Lamphere due to the wind. And it's fourth down, and they're going to call on Mr. Carter here. They're going to put it down right at the 30, so we'll call it a 40-yard attempt. Carter from 40, they put it down. The kick is on the way. The kick is up. The kick is no good. So the Cowboy defense comes up with a hold, and they're going to take over on downs. And they will take over with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go here till intermission. Mexico Highlands, told you at the top, located here in the original Las Vegas, New Mexico. As you see the kick, wide off to the right. We're about, like we said, 60 miles north of Santa Fe, 100 miles from Albuquerque, and 70 miles from Taos. Taos north of us up on the mountain, in case you want to know where we are. New quarterback in the game. They're going to fling it out. Man's wide open. Ball is caught. 40, 30, 20. Can he get to the house? Touchdown, Cowboys. Emmanuel Lamonzi comes up with a touchdown. And the Cowboys are back in it. Muldrow was the quarterback. Threw a pretty pass. Here comes the replay. Just laid it out there. He got behind the secondary, and it was over. Touchdown, Cowboys. Israel Farfan for the point after is good. How about it, Cowboy fans? 3:39 to go. It's 21-7 Pueblo when we come back on Cowboys football.
To win the race, I can't even explain how, in fact, I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it. No matter where you go, you're an Indy 500 winner. The only way to be successful in racing is to stay on top of the technical edge, and we've done that with our dealership. So a lot of the technology in our service department and sales processes, everything is the very latest. That gives you an edge. That's being competitive in the car business. You can take it any way you want, but that's the truth.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
All right, good friends, Rita May Inc., located in Maxwell, New Mexico. For all your organic needs, give them a call. On the kickoff return, pretty good return here by Pueblo, up to about the 40, still going about the 44. So give Rita May and folks a call. Maxwell, New Mexico, located about an hour north from here, up I-25. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring our kickoffs. First down for Pueblo as they're going to have it. Well, let's see. I believe there was a flag down. The officials are going to talk about this. Five-yard penalty assessed against New Mexico Highlands. They'll assess it now. Offsides, Highlands on the kickoff. So it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for Pueblo. Michin back in the game at the tailback. Twins out to the near side here for Pueblo. They're going to give it to him. Well, he's going to keep it. He's all by himself on the left side. That's Lamphere. And finally run out of bounds. Pretty good fake inside to Michi, and it's first down. They'll keep the clock ticking. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left here. So they have it at the 37-yard line. Lamphere again will come under center. Twins out this side. This time they will give it to Michi, and he'll get maybe a yard. The Cowboy interior defensive line stuffed it up pretty good. Now we have an injured Cowboy down. Let's take a break with 2:41 to go here in the first half. It's 21-7 Pueblo on Cowboys football.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
It's like it never happened.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Lang is the injured player for Highlands, and he's being, well, let's just say he's walking up under his own power onto the sideline, so that's good news. They'll take a look at him. But he is up and he is fine. Handoff, Michi right up the middle, gets to about the 30. And stopped immediately there. 3rd down and about 3 to go. I think this will be 4-down territory here for Pueblo if they don't get it. Jordan Gallegos from Las Vegas, Nevada. Way of right here in Las Vegas, New Mexico on the stop. And a 1st down as Michi picks it up. Lawrence making the stop for Highlands. 1 minute, 58 seconds here in the first half. Lamphere will be in the gun this time. Michi lined up behind him. He's going to keep it, rolling out to the left. He's being rushed, gets out of the grasp and throws it away. Lawrence was right there, just couldn't get him down. And it's 3rd down and 10 coming up. .130 to go, 2nd down and 10. This time Lamphere is going to go under center. Rolling out to the right. Has a man out there caught, 20. Tripped up and dropped at about the 16-yard line. Anthony Barron making the reception. And it's 1st down as they mark it down at the 16. Minute 4 to go here. They'll give it to Michi, and he gets inside the 15 to about, well, right at the 15, they say. With 48 seconds left. Timeout's going to be taken. 48 seconds here till intermission. 21-7 Thunderwolves when we come back.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico, everybody. 48 seconds to go here to intermission. Pueblo on the drive as they have it 2nd down from the 15-yard line. Play action, drop in, great protection in the end zone over the head, incomplete. And it's third down. Third down and 9 coming up. Well within field goal range if they don't pick it up here. Lamphere ready. And Pueblo moved. Sean Johnson getting started a little bit too early. Backs them up 5, and it's 3rd and 14. 43 seconds left here. Cowboys showing blitz. Now they back out. Lamphere is going to keep it, and he gets inside the 15 to about the 13, and it's going to be 4th down. Timeout's called on the field again. Let's see who called it. Pueblo called their second timeout to talk about it. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
Hello, I'm Sylvester Pettis with the
4th down, and they're going for it. Lamphere on 4th down and 8. Might be because of the wind. He's going to throw it. Stepping up, flushed out. He's going to be dropped. Ball's loose. Won't matter. It'll be Cowboy football. Great job that time by the Cowboys secondary. He had nowhere to throw it. Under great pressure, fumbles the football. Was going to be Cowboy football unless somebody from Pueblo scooped it up and ran with it. And Highlands takes over with 25 seconds left to play. Very quickly, got some scores for you from NCAA South Carolina over Georgia today. 2017. How about that? In overtime, the 3rd-ranked team in the nation has gone down. Another top 25 upset as Temple defeats Memphis today. Oklahoma on a squeaker over the Longhorns, 34-27. Michigan got back on track, defeating Illinois. Wisconsin leading Michigan State early. Alabama having some issues with Texas A&M, as they always do. They only lead at 14-7 early. Clemson over Florida State, 14-0. Very quickly, we'll go through some more here, but that's going to do it for the first half. It was 21-0 Pueblo before the Cowboys struck. Hey, Cowboy fans, pretty good game going on here. We got the halftime interview coming up with John Levra. We're going to go to break at halftime from the Ville Sanchez Family Stadium, a.k.a. the Perk. It's 21-7 Pueblo. Talk to you in about 15 minutes. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Richard Tripp, the voice of New Mexico Highlands University, and I am very honored, extremely honored, to be sitting next to the legendary Hall of Fame greatest coach in the history of New Mexico Highlands University, Mr. John Levra, for whom the building behind us is also named. Coach, we finally got you. We finally got you to sit here. Welcome back to Highlands. I know for you, it's always a special treat.
I appreciate that very much, Richard, and you're kind to say what you did. We had unbelievable amount of great football players while I was a coach here, and the success naturally was attributed to their abilities, but they really performed well and I think represented the school real well. So we come back every year for homecoming and the Hall of Fame banquet and usually have in excess of 20 ex-players, and we have a good time with the golf tournament and visiting with friends, and usually there's a special situation. Last night we had a reception for Grady Harold and his wife Grace Ann. Grady was a great quarterback here in '68 on our undefeated team, and so we stay busy the entire weekend, and just it's wonderful to be here, and I appreciate it. It's probably the most favorite place that my wife and I have ever lived, and spend any time together. I had 5 years here, and so it's always fun.
You know, for me being an old-timer of Las Vegas, born and raised here, you know, going back to those golden days, as we call them. You started as an assistant coach here in '66, I believe. You took over in the year 1967. I lived across the river, and I used to sneak underneath the fence, Coach, to come and see your great Cowboy teams play. I got into every game there was.
Good.
And I remember those brown and gold uniforms, Coach, and those I believe that's what the colors were back then, or what were they?
It was gold and purple.
Gold and purple.
That was our colors at that time, supposedly. That's right. That's what we wore.
Right.
And the white mixed in, but you know, what colors are great, and our uniforms we thought were good, and the players were certainly good.
Of course, Coach. You know, let's just give a little recap. I mean, Coach here is, I'm talking about a Hall of Famer. He's in the H Club Hall of Fame here, of course, in New Mexico Highlands. He's in the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame, and he's at the Pitt State Hall of Fame. Coach, that's quite an accomplishment in your young age.
Well, I wasn't a good player, but at Pittsburgh State, we won a national championship when I was a junior in 1957, and people that are listening would be surprised, but we were a bunch of guys from Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma that had never been out of the area, and we flew to St. Petersburg, Florida on a Sunday and spent an entire week on the beach and won the national championship game against Hillsdale College in Michigan. That was 1957. I played 3 or 4 plays in the game. I wasn't a good football player at that level. But the next year I was the captain and we won 4 total games, so it dropped off. But the '57 season was really something for a bunch of guys that had never been anywhere to go to Florida for a week, live on the beach, and win the national championship. So we still have our reunion every year, and
good.
I'm involved in a lot of good reunions and a lot of good togetherness with ex-football players. So I appreciate being here very much and the opportunity that you took to visit with me a little bit.
You know, Coach, let's come back to New Mexico Highlands. Of course, a lot has changed, obviously. The years have gone on. But when you come, let me ask you this, and this is something when we did an interview with Jim Marshall last year, we asked him the question, how did you land up in Las Vegas, New Mexico?
Real simple. In 1964, I was coaching at Washington High School in Kansas City, and very happy. We had good teams. And Jack Schofield, we had played together at Pittsburgh State, had been on that same championship team that went to Florida. And Jack was assistant at the University of Kansas and got the head coaching job here in 1964 and wanted me to come with him. And Jack and I were really close. And I was interested in coaching in college at that time, but I had 2 young children, which is not an excuse, but I was going to have the best team ever at the high school at Washington High. And so I didn't come, and I stayed at Washington, and we won the conference, had great success. And a year later, Jack brought his team to Marshall, Missouri to play a football game, and naturally we all visited and had a good time, and I watched him play. That was the '65 season, and right after that season, he was awarded the opportunity to hire another assistant coach. He called me, and at that time I was ready to go, so I got here for the '66 season. We had great players. Grady Harold was our quarterback, and Carl Garrett was the sophomore running back. The list goes on, and then Jack tragically lost his life. And I was fortunate enough to get the head job, and we got Don Woods to play quarterback and a bunch of other great players, and we kept winning. You know, we played all the way from Tampa University in Florida to the University of Hawaii and Honolulu. We went over there 2 years in a row, and you talk about wonderful trips for a bunch of guys, you know, like us. So it was a great experience, and probably the best experience of my wife and I and family's life.
You know, Coach, again, you look back on those great teams that we had here at New Mexico Highlands, the great coaching staff, you said, the players. Any particular memories kind of stand out?
Oh,
I know there are many.
Nothing unusual, just the fact that, you know, our players perform so well, and the biggest thing about it is a high percentage, I can't give you the exact number, earned their degrees here at the university and have done very, very well in their life after college. And they're proud enough for the university that they come back for our reunions, and I think that's great. So it was a totally wonderful experience.
You know, you mentioned something earlier, Coach. It's about those players that you guys coach, had the opportunity to coach, that have gone on and done great things with their lives. And, of course, we miss the ones, of course, that have passed.
Right.
When you look back at some of those that you still stay in contact with, many years, you see they've become successful young men. How does that make you feel?
Good. I mean, I had nothing to do with, I mean, they were that way because they were that way. And but they did well here in school, graduated with their degrees, and got into different professions, some of them as teachers and coaches, some of them in business, some of them in administration. We have 2 players that earned their PhD after leaving here, football players, and so, you know, it's been good, and we stay in touch with everybody and have our get-together once a year minimum here. And if another situation occurs that we're having to be playing somewhere where there's a lot of guys, we'll get them all together there and have another good time.
You know, Coach, one of the things I remember growing up, again, watching those great Cowboys teams, was the fan attendance, or the attendance of the local, the attendance of the university. Of course, it's a different time. The band, for example, there was just such a great atmosphere. The electricity is always something on a Saturday afternoon here.
It was good. You know, we just had the stadium on the east side, the older part of the stadium, and built the new bleachers and the press box while we were here. And we had great crowds. They would surround the track, and tickets were, you know, we sold a lot of tickets, so it was good for the program. And it was exciting to come to a game here because of the ability of the players and the great plays you were going to see.
You know, when you think about the game of football, I'm going to kind of put you on the spot a little bit here. You see the game of football. Of course, it's changed. But what has stood out for you, one of the biggest changes that football has gone through?
There's, you know, thinking professionally, and I'll bring up the NFL. They've limited the amount of practice time so much for the teams and the players. I don't know how they play well on Sunday. I really don't. College, there's been a little bit of decrease in the allotted time for practices and the amount of days for spring practice, and they've reduced it hourly wise. But in pro football, I don't know how they exist. They can only practice in pads 14 times in a 17-week season. I don't know how they do it. And I think it shows in their game. But the college game, the athletes are so much bigger, stronger, and faster.
Right.
They just keep excelling. But it's fun. I still enjoy it. I go watch different teams practice just to see, and it's just football.
You still got to do things. You got to tackle. You got to block. You got to do
that.
All the fundamental things,
right.
As you say. In that practice, I'm gonna just kind of touch on that. Do you feel in your mind that is what is a little bit responsible for more injuries today?
Something is. I mean, we used to wear full pads, you know, for 2 practices a day for 2 or 3 weeks, and I can remember we never got anybody hurt. You know, it was a rarity if a player got hurt. I don't think they've done enough. I mean, that's just my opinion, which means nothing. I just think they need more contact work in preseason prior to the season starting, and then during the season, a couple days a week of good contact. I think it'd be safer, and I could be all wet. You know, I don't know.
Coach, let's bring you back here to Mexico Highlands a little bit. You know, people here in Las Vegas, again, we grew up watching 2 of the best athletes that we consider here growing up. That was Don Woods and Carl Garrett. Man, I mean, the community used to just talk, Carl Garrett, get the football. And everybody would immediately stand because of the amazing, it was like watching art in motion, coaching these 2 gentlemen.
Carl was an amazing athlete. Coach Schofield had recruited Carl. He was a sophomore when I got here, and ended up being a great player. You know, when he was drafted in the 3rd round by the New England Patriots after his senior 68 season, and went to New England and Buffalo, and O.J. Simpson was the first player nationally in the draft at Buffalo, and Carl beat him out for Rookie of the Year, which that was a pretty good surprise for everybody involved in football. And then Don was from the same street in Denton, Texas, and we got him to come here, and he became a great player, and then finished up at UNM, was drafted in the 6th round by the Chargers, but his coach, Rudy Feldman from New Mexico, was at the Chargers, and Don ends up rushing for 1,400 yards. He becomes Rookie of the Year, and then he got injured. But they were both phenomenal players. If you can imagine playing at, you know, a smaller college, it's hard to believe they were that good, but they were.
They were, you know, and again, growing up myself, watching them play, but the whole team. I mean, the teams weren't very big back then either compared to what they are today. And I remember some of your offensive lines, not very big, but very skillful.
Oh,
you had some very skillful people on those positions.
We had great offensive linemen. I remember Freddie Hernandez, a little short guy from South Texas is our center. He was a phenomenal player. The right guard was Ron Young, who's in our New Mexico Highlands Hall of Fame. And so is Freddie. And the left guard was Ron Gentry, who went into our Hall of Fame Thursday night. Very deserving player. And Pat Lindelof, who was a high school player for me in Kansas City, was the right tackle. We had Kelly Reeves is in the Hall of Fame, and Floyd Warlow. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, we had great players. Leonard Garrett played tight end 5 years in the NFL.
Right.
Benny Cortez was probably the toughest fullback that's ever played here. Ken Heiner was a great receiver as an end from California. I mean, it's a lot of great football players.
You know, Coach, when you think about those great players, again, is there that one player that maybe walked on campus or kind of stood out that you kind of looked at who just went above and beyond or excelled or exceeded your expectations?
Probably if you looked at a guy physically, it'd be George Kaplan. George wasn't real big, 5'7", 160 maybe. What a great football player, boy. He could get open, he could run, he could catch every pass you ever threw. He's a great kick returner, phenomenal player, and I certainly think he deserves to be in our New Mexico Highlands Hall of Fame, and I've nominated him, but I'm going to try to push it a little bit harder if I can next year. George was a phenom.
Yes, I remember George. You know, Coach, we only have a couple of minutes left here, and just a question for you again. I know you give a lot of credit to your wife. You give a lot of credit. I mean, it's only right. But for you, Coach John Levera, when you look back at those days, you know, what do you want to be remembered for, if you could be remembered for anything here at Highlands?
I never even thought about it. I'm glad now that I'm still close to so many ex-players and coaches, and we have our get-togethers every year to visit and keep in touch. And, you know, I just want to be remembered as a lucky coach that had a lot of great players while he was coaching here, and, you know, it all worked out pretty well. We would like to win a couple more games in the national playoffs, gosh darn it, but we had a good time.
Coach, your legacy here is one that will
Thanks
never
a
be
million.
removed.
I appreciate it
It
very
is
much.
awesome. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
we finally got a chance to sit down with you and talk about the glory days of Highlands. We got to do it again sometime.
We'll do it. Maybe after. I hope they win the conference this year.
That would be
I
something.
think Marty's a great coach. His staff's good. I'm pulling
What
for
do
him.
you think about this team? What
I
you
don't
heard?
know anything about the team, but I know you got good coaches.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, Marty and Denny Dornbos. I've known Denny since he was back east when I was in Buffalo, but they do a great job. Just they got to. I know they fight a hard situation financially wise, recruiting scholarships and all that, and it's so hard. But I think they're both really good, and the rest of the coaches.
Well,
yeah, hope they can win.
Coach, again, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. That was fun.
Legendary and Hall of Fame coach John Levera, for whom this building and many things in the great community of Las Vegas, many remember him as I do growing up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Coach Levera. Back to Cowboy football.
Some of those yards right there, right up the middle, and he's looking at an easy run, one man to beat, beats him for the touchdown. 45-yard touchdown by Ortiz.
First down and goal from the 10. Play action and a fade to the end zone. And well, there he is.
Block punt. Let's see if the Mustangs can scoop and score. Scoop and score the touchdown with Western New Mexico. Number 20, CJ Bionis. Bowers a play fake. Throwing to Colson in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
The hot man, and why not? Looking hot, looking into the end zone, and his second touchdown already.
Pulse headed in, and that's 2-0. And I think it's Johnson, and it is. So third down and goal, and it's a keeper for Smith. He broke a tackle, and he's into the end.
Holy fumble. Hit by Calhoun. Ball is fumbled.
is one. Look out, Garcia's loose. Garcia to goal for the lead. 1-0.
Go play action, rolling out to the right. Now he's going to run with it and break some tackles. Lowers his head into the end zone. What a run by Isaiah Chavez. Wow.
Hello, I'm Sylvester Pettis with the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic Aids Club with a couple of announcements. First, please be sure to navigate and look at the new website that the athletic department has developed, NMHUathletics.com. Again, NMHUathletics.com. You can navigate to the alumni link and you can get all the latest events by the Aids Club, but of course you can also navigate through to see what all the latest sporting events and sporting news that the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic Department is posting. Lastly, I want to also invite you to please save the date for June the 27th. It's going to be our third annual fundraising event for all sports that's going to benefit our entire athletic department. This coming year, June 27th, the last Saturday in June, over at Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The last two events have had over 100 attendees. Whether you come and play golf or you just come and stay and get together with some of your old friends that you went to school with, we would really like to invite you out there again, June the 27th. And thank you so much for supporting Highlands University Athletics, more importantly, Highlands University student athletes.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Getting ready for the start of the second half, and as we do, we show you the lone touchdown for New Mexico Highlands today on a beautifully thrown pass. That, at that time, makes the score what it is right now, 21-7. CSU Pueblo, of course, racing out to a 21-0 advantage. They had one drive for a touchdown. They had a snap into the end zone, recovered for a touchdown, recovered a fumble, went in from 20 yards out, and 3 touchdowns were scored, and it's 21-7, and we apologize for the chain link. Our camera's up above us, and we're trying to strap them down the best we can. Cowboys will be receiving here to start the second half. Back deep to receive, that's number 10, that's Devin Henderson. There we go. Jude, our camera guy, up above, doing the best he can with the wind kind of blowing all kinds of, there you kind of see it kind of shaking a little bit. No, we are not in in earthquake territory. Don't worry about that. We're good here. get an occasional blizzard from time to time, and that's really about it. Mitchell Carter getting set to kick off. And we are underway for the second half. They're going to bring it out from about 3 yards deep and return it out to about the 17-yard line is where the Cowboys go to work. Henderson brought it out, and the Cowboys will start inside their 20-yard line, down 21-7. As soon as we get some halftime stats, we'll pass them along to you. But, yeah, a couple of shockers today in the world of college football. Number 3 ranked Georgia went down today. I'm sure that'll make the lights of Oklahoma, their folks, a little bit happy. Washington State leads Arizona State 17-7. Cincinnati leads Houston. Texas Tech and Baylor still with zeros up above. USC and Notre Dame at 5:30 today. So Florida and LSU. The big game. There's a breakaway. Flag is thrown in. Midfield 40. All the way down to the 23-yard line. Hold everything. We got a flag way back at the 40-yard line. And it was thrown by one of the line judges way back upfield, holding New Mexico Highlands. Wipe out what could have been the biggest play of the year for New Mexico Highlands. But what a run. So the line of scrimmage was the 18-yard line. They're going to back them up. That is a big blow to the Cowboy offense. It's going to be first down and about 16 or 17 to go here. James Budget broke through, got all the way down about the 23-yard line. A holding penalty by New Mexico Highlands, and it's backed up to the 13. So first down and 15 here. Run the option out to the right. They'll keep it. In at quarterback for New Mexico Highlands, that's Muldrow. He threw the touchdown pass. Atkins is coming back into the game. But at what capacity, we'll find out. He will be the quarterback. Yes, he is under center. And off left side. Picking his way as he gets to about the 16-yard line. Brings up third down and long yardage for Highlands. A loss of about a yard. Whole lot of substitutions coming back into the game for Highlands. Mosby is checking into the game. Hawkins is checking into the game. Lamanzi, who caught the touchdown pass, is back in. Whole lot of people checking in right now for Highlands as Ezekiel Tapia also comes in. Third and call it about 12 to go here for Highlands. Rolling out to the right, throws it out, has a man out there, caught. First down Highlands. Emmanuel coming up with a couple of big catches today for Highlands. And they're in Thunderwolf territory at the 48-yard line. What a throw by Atkins. And it's first and 10 Highlands, once again making a whole ton of changes. Hawkins goes out wide to the right this time. They'll keep it right side, pitches it into the open and brought down at about the 30. Here's that last pass play again. Atkins bobbled the snap, picked it up, recovered. Great throw. And a great catch, and that kept the chains moving, and another Cowboy first down. Cowboys in business here in their opening drive of the second half. .11:46 here in the third. Atkins under center, rolling out to the left, looking. Throws it up and overthrown. Had Muldrow, but maybe thrown a little too early. Oaten's going to come into the game. His family is here sitting right below us, number 88. Trey checks in. Second down and call it 10 to go. Boyd lines up as the fullback this time. Elijah Boyd, second down and 10, going in motion. And I'll tell you what, he had absolutely zero chance to get rid of that football. Max Gonzalez was reading the snap. And a big loss for Highlands. And it's third down here at about 16 coming up for the Cowboys. Again, a whole lot of changes. Mosby's coming in to the game. As is Ezekiel Tapia checks into the game. Tapia is going to be in the backfield, lining up to the right. Boyd's lined up to the left. Rolling out left side, looking to throw back right. That ball is intercepted at about the 8-yard line. And that ball is going to be picked off by Marcus Lawrence, his third interception of the season. So the drive stalls on an interception. The Cowboys had something working. First and 10 for Pueblo. They're going to spot it back at about the 7-yard line. 10 minutes and 41 seconds as you see the pick. Underthrew it. Hawkins did get behind him. In any event, it's first down for CSU Pueblo. Drive will start on the 8-yard line. Twins out to the right. Cowboys showing blitz. And this handoff is going nowhere as the Cowboys get into the backfield and stuff it out. A loss of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. It's backed up to the 5. Second down, 13, they'll call it. Twins out to the right side again for Pueblo. Handoff again, and looking to bust it out is Pennick. Pennick will get to about the 9. And it's third down here and about 8 yards to go. Third and about 8 coming up here for CSU Pueblo. That other CSU team rolled into Albuquerque last night and beat the Lobos. This CSU team trying to make it a sweep. Drop in looking, stepping up, still looking. He's running out of time and dropped. Great job by the Cowboys secondary again. That's a secondary sack. And give them some credit for picking that up. Gutierrez on the tackle, number 99. That's who they're giving credit to, and right on. There you go, Dad, watching back in California. He's kind of slumped over there on the sideline from chasing the quarterback, but he's fine. High kick, and a flag is down. It's going to be taken by Tapia, and he's going to be dropped at about the 50. Let's check the flag, which is all the way back at about the 12. Mr. Gutierrez, yeah, your son got that sack, and he came over to the sideline and kind of slumped over on his knees, but he's fine. Let's check the flag. As the officials talk about it. Here comes the call. Offsides against Highlands is going to be declined. So it's first down for New Mexico Highlands. There's a media timeout called on the field. We just got notified, so let's take a quick timeout. You're watching Cowboy football. Where's the Dallas Sooner?
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
To win the race, I can't even explain how, in fact, I'm getting goosebumps.
Next week, the Cowboys are right back here when they take on Black Hills State University at 1 o'clock at Sanchez Family Stadium. And then their final home game, of course, will be November the 1st when they host Chatteron State. And he's going to be dropped in the backfield again. And getting in there, number 31, Jackson Wibbles. So Atkins faces second down and long here. So the Cowboys back-to-back home games. And it brings up second down, about 13 to go. Under center this time, and the I formation behind him. Going to drop and look. Throws it out, has a man out there. Ball is caught. 10, 5, the stretch. Touchdown, Cowboys. Donovan Hawkins on the touchdown pass from Ramon Atkins. How about that? How about that from the number 1 ranked Indiana quarterback? Beautifully thrown. Great catch. Had to kind of extend back. Point after by Israel Farfan. We got ourselves a football game here in Las Vegas this afternoon. Point after is good. And with 7:54 to go in the third, the Cowboys are right in it. 21-14 Pueblo. You're watching Cowboy football.
Right now talking about it. No matter where you go, you're an Indy 500 winner. The only way to be successful in racing is to stay on top of the technical edge, and we've done that with our dealership. So a lot of the technology in our service department and sales processes, and everything is the very latest. That gives you an edge. That's being competitive in the car business. You can take it any way you want, but that's the truth.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautiful.
21-14 is the score. Cowboys have scored on a couple of big plays here this afternoon, a couple of long touchdown passes. Here's the replay, and you see Hawkins having to come back just a bit, and then the extension for the touchdown. And Rita May Incorporated in Maxwell, New Mexico for all your organic needs. Give them a call. Or you can even drive up to Maxwell, which is about an hour north of Las Vegas. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring our kickoffs and being a pretty good sponsor as well. Thank you very much. How about it, Cowboy fans? And Israel gets his foot into it, and he's going to kick it about 9 yards deep. And Pueblo comes out, first down and 10. And now we got all kinds of extracurricular activity back at about the 13, and we got a whole lot of laundry flying in as well. It's going to be interesting to sort it all out. I'm sure both head coaches, the last thing they want is kids start getting ejected here. Good football game this afternoon being played. The officials trying to sort it all out. You see them off to the left there of your screen. Yeah, here comes. All of them are writing something down, so they're writing down names and numbers and addresses, email addresses. His mic was letting out, so it's unsportsmanlike on both teams is what he's saying. No, he did not forget who he's calling it on. The mic just kind of gave out on him. But anyway, both teams receive unsportsmanlike penalties, and they offset. John Resson, the head coach, is over there yelling something at the referees on the far side. So here comes the Pueblo offense onto the field, and they're just jotting down names and numbers, which for now will stay in their front pocket. And I'm sure we're going to have some warnings issued here as well. They're going to go back to see where the original line of scrimmage is. That's what they're doing on the far side. The chain gangs, of course, at this level, they keep a note, if you will, keep notes of first downs, where they started, the times, etc., in case things like this happen. The referee's going to come over and make another announcement. The mic is breaking up, but I think they got it all sorted out. Both coaches have been notified of the situation. And now the referee's going up to the Pueblo bench, and we got it covered there as well. So now ready to get back to football. First down and 10 for CSU Pueblo. They have it at the 25. 7:54 to go here in the third period. You see the clock is back up on the screen. Jude, our camera guy up above, using a lot of scotch tape and pro wrap and pre-wrap and name it. Ball's tipped. And there was a Cowboy in the area. Willie Morris just a step behind it. So it's 2nd and 10, back at the 25. (21-0) was the score, Pueblo, and then the Cowboys scored late in the second quarter and just put up another one. They're going to run a reverse. There goes Diggs. The Cowboys have it sniffed out. Look at this. We got a lot of purple around him, and he got nowhere. And I'm going to tell you who blew that up. Trejon Lawrence, number 90 for Highlands, just flat out blew that up. And then the troops arrived, and it's a big loss for Pueblo. And it's third down here. They'll run the draw. And Michi gained maybe a couple. The Cowboys hold. And the Cowboy defense comes up big there, and it's fourth down and 15. Elivario's back. Mudro's back. Dwindle's got the wind at his back, and there's another flag down. Taking it about the 38, looking to reverse his field, gets a block. Another flag comes in on this great return, and we'll have to check him out when all this thing is sorted out. There are 2 flags down, one back at about the 22 and one where the punt was caught back up at the 39. So here we go again. We're going to sort it all out. I got to tell you, I haven't seen Muldrow play much this year, but he is one exciting ball player. So they'll sort all this out again. 6:22 here in the third. And here we go. So offsides on Highlands. Legal block in the back on Highlands. That penalty will be accepted. So they'll mark it from the 39, and they'll take it back 10 yards. Now here comes the mark off. Cowboys have it 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line with 6:22 to go here in the third. So the Cowboys offense coming back on to the field. Led by Indiana's own Ramon Atkins. First down and 10. Under center, I formation, man coming in motion. They come this way. He'll keep it. Now he'll pitch it. I'll tell you what, a game-saving play may have just been turned in by Mr. Mills. Shante Mills had to dive for that one. I'd like to give a shout out to the doc. Dr. Ron Maestas watching. See the pitch, and that was way out in front of him, and Mr. Mills, full extension. Second down and call it about a long 2. They're going to come back, and nothing happening there. Great play that time. Defensive play turned in by Jackson Wibbles. And it's third down that they lost some yardage. Third and 7 coming up for Highlands. Again, a whole lot of changes. They bring a lot of people into the game, including Ezekiel Tapia again. Owens coming out wide this side, number 88. Quick slant, caught. Muldrow again having a game here this afternoon. Indicates first down, and it is. First down, Highlands. Cowboys a little bit of giddy up to their step here in the second half. And it's first down at the 40-yard line. Thomas is in the game now for Highlands. He'll be lined up behind Boyd in the I formation. Up the middle. Brooks Pavlik is now in the game also at center for New Mexico Highlands. Number 60. I know his dad Tony's watching as well. Shout out to you, Coach. Second down and call it 10. Pueblo looking over to the sideline, getting a defensive call. Drop in looking, throws out, ball is caught at midfield. Hawkins is going to move the chains for the Cowboys. Another Highlands first down. More substitutions for the Cowboys. Terrence Jackson Jr., number 11, has checked in. Shante Mills also comes in. In motion is Boyd. Flag comes in. Let's check it. Stop everything here as Mills was the ball carrier. Waiting for the call. Face mask against Pueblo. That's a personal foul, 15 yards, and that's going to give the Cowboys another first down. He didn't say. McIntyre is in the game again for Highlands, number 86. He checks in. First and 10 Highlands, and they're moving. 2:37 to go here in the third. And this time they stuff it immediately. Philo on the stop. And it's second down and 12 as he lost a couple. Herring has checked in. Tapia has checked in. Boyd stays in at fullback. Atkins dropping, looking. Throws it out. Man is out there. Ball is intercepted. So the Cowboys get turned away again on the pick. It looked like Jamal Sears came up with that one. One-on-one coverage. It was just a matter of who was going to get it. Had him beat and just underthrown just enough. So the Thunderwolves dodge a bullet, but the Cowboys are able to move the football, all for naught in this case, but first down and 10 at the 20 with 1:50 here in the third. And Fear rolling, throws a dart, and it is incomplete. Intended for Max Fine. Second down and call it 10 here. Read option, they'll run it. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Lawrence having himself a pretty good afternoon here defensively for Highlands. Alabama leads Texas A&M now 24-10. Clemson rolling over Florida State 28-0. Looking to throw it out. Throws the out. Ball is going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. Fine was the intended receiver. Again, the pass was underthrown. And the punt team comes on. Mudrow's going to drop back. And Eloario's also going to check in and go back. Young man from Farmington. Good snap. Great kick. Gets behind Eloario. Ball is loose. Ball still loose. And the Cowboys fell on it at about the 11-yard line. That'll make life interesting and get a couple of head coaches' hearts to stop pumping for a minute. A few fans in here, I believe, just had their hearts stop for a quick second. 1st down, Highlands. They dodge a bullet. Well, we'll just say it's a missile they just dodged right there. Here's the replay. Reynolds had a great afternoon kicking the football, and that just sailed over the head of Eloario. And the scramble was on. 1st down and 10 for Highlands. Way back at the 11. 60 seconds left here in the 3rd. We're moving along. I formation this time behind Atkins. They'll hand it off. Trying to get outside with it. And great pursuit again, turned in by Pueblo. As Thomas tried to get to the edge and couldn't do it. Donnell was one of the first to arrive, and it's going to bring up 2nd down here and 10. 30 on the game clock. There's 20 on the play clock. Play clock down to 7. I formation again. They'll hand it off. First man through gets to about the 16-yard line. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Hey, we got ourselves a football game going on in Las Vegas, New Mexico this afternoon. At the end of 3, CSU Pueblo 21, New Mexico Highlands 14. You're watching Cowboy football.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
No! Bad dog! Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
It's like it never happened.
Third down here and about 5 for New Mexico Highlands. Fourth quarter of action. Last 15 minutes. Can they keep the drive going? Miscommunication there. The receiver did not turn around in time before the ball was thrown by Atkins. And the Cowboys will give up the football. The Mons did not turn around quick enough. Diggs is dropping back. Young man out of Federal Way, Washington. Dylan Gasaway on the punt again. Looks like Pueblo wants to come after it. Left-footed kicker. This is a beauty. Back to the 39. Great open field tackle. That's the way you play special teams. If you're a Devon Henderson. First down for Pueblo. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. See Henderson there getting congrats. Here it is again. Gasaway with a great kick. Young man from Volcano Vista in Albuquerque, New Mexico. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. I'm sure the offense was told we need a drive right now. And there's some pretty good running there by Michi as he picks up about 7 yards. Edwards on the stop for Highlands. Michi again, and he's just wrapped up. He'll lose a yard as he is driven back. Cy Simmons was there. Also Malik Brown, he's everywhere. We're just going to change his name to Malik Everywhere. 3rd and 5 for the Highlands defense to make a stop right here. Lamphere stands back. Drops, good protection, stepping up. Secondary from Highlands covers it well. We have a flag thrown by the umpire. Let's check it out. This is a huge call that can go either way. A penalty on Highlands, and it's a first down. A penalty on Pueblo, and I'm sure the Cowboys are going to decline it. That's the difference right now. Cowboys are walking. Personal foul, face mask. This is going to be 15 yards assessed against the Highlands defense. They'll mark it off from the 44. It'll go into Cowboy territory. So a chance for the Cowboy defense to get off the field goes for naught. It's all the way up to the 41-yard line. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Well, Pueblo needed a drive, and they're getting one. Quick pass caught, and almost slipping through was Johnson. Johnson gets up to the 30. It's another first down. With the wind swirling the way it is, I'm sure Coach Risson does not want to even think about a field goal here. Handoff coming this way. That's Pennick. And Pennick is knocked out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Second down and 1, they're going to call it. He's just shy of the first down. Lamphere under center. Pinnock, the lone running back. They'll give it to him again. He bounces it outside. The pursuit is there. He does manage to pick up the first down. And another Thunderwolf first down here. Well, I'm sure the message on the sideline before this drive was, we need a drive, and they have responded. Now the Cowboy defense must come up big. Play action, they're looking. They throw it in the end zone. Ball is at the last second by Mr. Malik Brown, who is everywhere. And it's 2nd down and 10. Second down and call it 10. Handoff, Michi. He gets to the 15. 3rd down here coming up. Call it 3rd down and about 7 to go here, 7 or 6. As Ramon Atkins runs in for Highlands on defense. Wind kind of swirling around just in case we're thinking about it. They're going to toss it to Michi. Michi! And it's 4th down. Now again, we got some extracurricular activity, but it's broken up. And here comes a field goal team. Well, Mitchell Carter is coming on. Wind is actually blowing across. More of a west to east type wind, to the northeast, if you will. Carter eyeing it. 32-yard attempt. Kick is on the way. The kick is up. The kick is good. Mitchell Carter comes up big for Pueblo. And with 11:04 to go, extends the lead. Pueblo 24, New Mexico Highlands 14. You're watching Cowboy football.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Provia Sports Network.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
24-14, Cowboys now got to respond with a drive as the wind blows the football off the tee. Plenty of time, 11:04 to go. Here's that field goal attempt again from 32 yards out by Mitchell Carter. No doubt. Not sure what the wind was going to do with it. This one is going to be kicked into the back of the end zone. And the Cowboys have it 1st and 10. So let's see if the Cowboys can put up a drive. Pueblo needed a drive, and they got one. Ended up with 3 points, but 3 huge points. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Now it's up to the Cowboy offense to get something going here. I formation behind Atkins. They're going to run, fake the reverse. Ball's loose. And Pueblo's got it. The Thunderwolves come up with a huge turnover. It looked like Frank Umo came up with it. Not exactly sure what was going on there, but it looked like Atkins just dropped it on the reverse. It's 1st and 10. Here it is, the replay again. It looked like it hit Mudro and it just went to the ground. In any event, it's a 1st down for Pueblo. Handoff up the middle, the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown. CSU Pueblo, DJ Pennick. 10 points in a matter of about 5 seconds here for Pueblo, pending the extra point. Point after coming up. What a turn of events. It was 21-0, 21-14, and suddenly right now it's 30-14 pending the extra point, which is up, and it is good with 10:52 to go. And suddenly it's 31-14 Pueblo. You're watching Cowboy football.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Kickoff is going to go about 6 yards deep, and they're bringing it out to the 10, to the 15, 20, out to about the 22-yard line. Trying to make something happen for the Cowboys' budget, and it's 1st down and 10 for Highlands. Well, it was 21-0 at one time, favor of Pueblo. Cowboys scored a touchdown late in the second quarter to go to intermission down 21-7. Cowboys came out and scored in the second half immediately on their opening drive to make it 21-14. Pueblo responded, needing a drive, kicked the field goal from 32 yards out, and then now recovered a Cowboys fumble, and on one play took it in. Here again is that fumble. It looked like it hit Mudro right on the side, right on his hip, and here's the touchdown run. And that made it, after the extra point, made it 31-14. Pass is complete for the Cowboys to Alton. His family watching on down below. And now the Cowboys got to move the football and move it in a hurry. Alton the third. PA announcer James Esquivel gives him the props. Man going in motion. They're going to pitch it. Ball's loose again. Recovered it back at the 20. And Thomas recovered his own fumble, but goes out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Referee is going over, not sure. We have an official down on the far side. Trainers will come out. We'll take a break. We hope he's okay. Timeout on the field.
some of those yards right there, right up the middle, and he's looking at an easy run, one man to beat, beats him for the touchdown. 45-yard touchdown by Ortiz.
First down and goal from the 10. Play action and a fade to the end zone. And well, there he is.
Block punt. Let's see if the Mustangs can scoop and score. Scoop and score the touchdown with Western New Mexico. Number 20, CJ Bionis. Out of the play fake. Throwing to Colson in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Off the hot man, and why not? Looking hot. Looking into the end zone, and his second touchdown already.
Hit it in! And that's 2-0! And I think it's Johnson, and it is.
Some highlights of some high school sports around the state of New Mexico. The official on the far side is up and walking around. We're not sure if he got rolled up. We did see him twist an ankle or something. In any event, the officials rotate, get back in position, and just like that, the Cowboys come up with a first down as Mosby comes up with a reception. The official, which got injured, is on the far side around the 20-yard line, and he's walking around, which is a good sign. Kind of limping a little bit. Well, that's the way I look all day long anyway, but appreciate these dudes. RMAC officials or officials in general. Don't ever get the love they deserve. They get a lot of booing and hollering at, but got to thank them once in a while for making the games possible. Ball's up for grabs, and is it picked off? Yes, it is. Intercepted. Max Gonzalez comes up with the pick. As it looked like Atkins kind of threw that under duress a little bit. And they'll have it right at the 50-yard line. With 9:07 to play here. Cowboys again home next week. So if you can make it up to make it out to Las Vegas, New Mexico that is. Here's Atkins again on the interception to Gonzalez. Right here comes the pressure. Got hit just as he let it go, and Gonzalez with a nice grab right at the 50. They're going to throw it. And it's out of bounds. Second down and 10 here. One of the trainers from CSU Pueblo is on the far side tending to the official. There's, you see, our official sponsor of printing and other needs for New Mexico Highlands, Zeppel Office Products. They do a great job, even if you're not from Las Vegas. You might want to get down that phone number. They do great work. Handoff. And getting back to the line of scrimmage, I mean, just barely was Michi. Now it's a battle with the clock for New Mexico Highlands. 3rd and 10. Third down and 10 coming up. And the Cowboys jumped out of bounds, offsides, excuse me. They're just going to let this one go. It's going to be intercepted. But they stopped the play. They whistled it dead before it got off. And the reason they stopped it was exactly that reason. You heard the referee say, with contact. So it's 3rd down and 5 now. Rolling out to the right, look in, passes high. Most of the passes today by Lamphere have been high. Don't know, again, if it's because of the wind or he's just a little bit off with them. In any event, it's 4th down and 5 coming up for Pueblo. make the 4.5-hour trip back up I-25. Hardest part about that trip is just getting up the Raton Pass. Then they'll regroup as they have homecoming next week versus Colorado Mesa. CSU Pueblo Athletics Hall of Fame as well next week. Then they host Adams State the week after that. Here's the punt, and this more than likely is going to go deep into the end zone, and that it does. So the Cowboys will get it 1st and 10. Then they go to Fort Lewis. They'll come home to play Black Hills State, what's called Military Appreciation Day. And they'll wrap it up at home against Western Colorado. So their last 2 games at home against Black Hills and Western Colorado. So homecoming next week. Hopefully it's a great turnout by all the alumni and the great community of Pueblo, Colorado. 1st down and 10 here for New Mexico Highlands. 8:09 left to go here this afternoon. Late substitution as Elijah Boyd checks in. Has to snap on the chin strap. Rolling and looking. Throws it out this way. It's high. Out of the stretched hands of Terrence Jackson Jr. 2nd down and call it 10 here. Cowboys play at home again next week at 1 o'clock. We got you covered. Second down and 10. Want to give a double thumbs up to the HU athletic department. Got it rough this weekend again. After this game, they'll walk over to the Wilson Complex for a volleyball game. Tomorrow drive to Santa Fe for a soccer game. So their weekend far from done. They throw it out and caught and then dropped. Boy, oh boy, Manuel had it. And nobody feels worse than that young man. Great effort. And it's 3rd down and 10. Of course, the Sports Information Director, Justin Bustos, writing up all the great articles. You can read all about the great stuff going on here in New Mexico Highlands Athletics. He'll keep you covered. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Looking left. Now he's going to run, gets out of it, being chased. He's got a lot of real estate in front of him. He's going to slide down at the 40 and a 1st down for Highlands. So they keep playing ahead of the chains, and it's 1st down. The referee or the official who got injured is sitting down on the far side of the field. One of the trainers from Pueblo, CSU Pueblo, is with him. They have his right leg elevated on a chair. We just hope he's okay. Our best wishes to him. And thank you to the great training staff at CSU Pueblo for tending to him. False start against New Mexico Highlands. Makes it 1st down and 15. Cowboys will huddle up as the clock continues to tick away. We approach a 7-minute mark. Atkins back in the gun. Double twin set this time for Highlands. He's being rushed, gets out of it, rolls out, looking. Now he's going to run for the sideline and goes out of bounds at about the 36. Well, they say he went out the line of scrimmage, so it'd be 2nd and 15. Long yardage situation here. Drop in looking. Again, forced the pass, this time incomplete, intended for Thomas. He was the nearest receiver. So it's 3rd down and 15 here for Highlands. Now the rotation that the officials used, all they did was took the back judge and moved him over to become a side judge. So there is no back judge. But he is also the guy that keeps the time on the field. Third and 15 here. They stop it again. The clock had been running. That's what they were looking at. All he really said was the clock will start on the snap. So as soon as we say that official on that far side takes care of the time on the field, his impact is immediately felt. 5:51 to go here. .556 is what they're saying. The clock is located on the other side from us, on the flip side of the field. And because of the wind, the official's mic keeps breaking out. And the Highlands athletic staff is coming on to see. Well, they reset the clock to 6:08, so they got it figured out. And he said the clock will start on the snap. And he's going to be dropped. And guess who? Number 24, Luke Cunninglog. The Cowboys will give it back. And that means Mr. Diggs will drop back into punt return formation. And Dylan Gassaway's had a busy afternoon for Highlands. Diggs waits back at about the 33. Gassaway gets his foot into it. It's a good kick again. You'll get Diggs going over to the sidelines. It does a good job, and Pueblo's going to have it 1st and 10 at about the 33-yard line with 5:17 to go. Taking a look at some quick scores. Alabama in the 3rd leads Texas A&M 27-13. Clemson rolling Florida State 35-0. Wisconsin all over Michigan State 17-0. Arizona State over Washington State. Baylor losing to Tech early 6-3. Cincy over Houston. The big game, of course, Georgia went down this afternoon. The number 3 team in the nation. I'm sure that's going to make Alabama fans happy. As Pinnock is the ball carrier. Florida and LSU later on. USC and Notre Dame later on. Penn State, Iowa later on. Big games going on. Second down here and about 6 to go. Cowboys showing blitz. Here they come. And they get in and into the backfield, making the big time stop. That's Simmons again. And we got ourselves another penalty. Unsportsmanlike penalty against Highlands, number 42, Jordan Gallegos. They're saying that's his first. Get 2 of them and you're dismissed. That's a 15-yard penalty, and what would have been 3rd and 12 is a 1st and 10. So they have it at the 48-yard line as they wind the clock as soon as the ball is set. Lamphere awaits the snap again with Pennick lined up to his right. They'll give it to him. He comes outside. Chased down as the ball comes out, but it was blown dead. Atkins ran him down. And it's another first down for the Thunderwolves. First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Twins out to the right side. Pennick stays in the game at running back. This time Lamphere is going to keep it. And he slides down at the 35-yard line. And he stays in bounds. It's 2nd down and about 6 to go here. They're taking a long time to get the play in. Now the line judge has thrown a flag. This might be against the Highlands bench. A lot of scrambling going on down there right below us. Here comes the call. This is going to be very interesting. And that's exactly what it is. It goes against the Highlands bench and a 15-yard penalty. Marty Fine isn't disagreeing with it. Timeout Highlands. So let's take a break and we'll sort it all out. Marty Fine, the great coach he is, he'll settle down the troops and get them playing again. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Sylvester Pettis with the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic Aids Club with a couple of announcements. First, please be sure to navigate and look at the new website that the athletic department has developed, NMHUathletics.com. Again, NMHUathletics.com. You can navigate to the alumni link. You can get all the latest events by the Aids Club, but of course you can also navigate through to see what all the latest sporting events and sporting news that the New Mexico Highlands University Athletic Department is posting. Lastly, I want to also invite you to please save the date for June the 27th. It's going to be our 3rd annual fundraising event for all sports that's going to benefit our entire athletic department. This coming year, June 27th, the last Saturday in June, over at Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The last 2 events have had over 100 attendees. Whether you come and play golf or you just come and stay and get together with some of your old friends that you went to school with, we would really like to invite you out there again, June the 27th. And thank you so much.
Got to give credit to head coach Marty Fine. He did not argue the call whatsoever. In fact, what he did is he took a timeout, called his team together, and knowing Marty Fine, he's kind of settled down the troops and said, hey, man, we're here to play football. That's about it. And immediately they come up with a big defensive play. James Jones comes up with it. And it's 2nd down and about 14 to go here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Handoff it goes. A new running back in the game for CSU Pueblo. That's Nick Bingham, sophomore from El Paso. So CSU Pueblo trying to run out the clock here as we're at 1:50. Third down and about 14 to go. Look for another run here, and then they'll probably call on Carter again. So Lamphere waiting to snap here. 3rd and 14 to go. Time winding down. And he's going to throw it. Little short pass is going to be caught and pushed out of bounds immediately. And 4th down, and let's see what head coach John Riston wants to do here. Now they're going to go for it. They're going to keep Lamphere out there. Well, I apologize. I'm down ahead of myself, I guess. Now they turned it. Now we're good. $1:19 as they stopped the clock. He was pushed out of bounds. So it's 4th down and 14. Nick Bingham stays in the game. He's going to keep it and run with it and gets to about the 21-22, and Malikum Everywhere Brown comes up with a tackle. And the Cowboys will take over on downs here with 1:08 to go. Coming up, the New Mexico Highlands University Player of the Game. Brought to you by our good friends over at Alta Vista Regional Hospital. We'll give it to you right after this play. Thank you very much to our good friends over at Alta Vista Regional Hospital for sponsoring the Player of the Game. Quality care at its finest. Quick pass comes out and incomplete and dropped. Player of the game for New Mexico Highlands. That's going to go to number 16, Juwan Muldrow, number 16. Had a pretty good day today throwing the football, caught some passes, caught some big passes. Made a few good runs along the way. So congratulations, Mr. Muldrow, and you are the Alta Vista Regional Hospital Player of the Game. And thank you to our good friends at Alta Vista. Ball's loose on the snap. And under a minute to go now, as it's going to bring up 3rd and about 12 to go. Cowboys at home again next week. We'll be on the air same time, about 1-ish, 1 o'clock. One more home game left after that, and that'll be November 1st when they wrap up the season right here. It'll also be senior day, so some of your parents thinking about coming in, schedule those flights into Albuquerque and take that 100-mile drive. It takes about an hour and 50 minutes or so from Albuquerque, and not that far at whatsoever. Handoff and dropped immediately, and that's pretty much going to do it. Unless the Cowboys want to run another play, it's 4th down. And for CSU Pueblo, they're going to improve on the standings, of course. Congratulations to them, and we wish them a safe ride up I-25 back to the great city of Pueblo. Thank you to all our viewers, whether you are for Pueblo or New Mexico Highlands. Thank you for texting. Thank you for tweeting. It's been a pleasure. Congratulations to CSU Pueblo on the win this afternoon. Cowboys back home again next weekend. We'll talk to you then. For everybody at ProView Networks, for the RMAC Network, I'm Richard Tripp. Peace, everybody. We're out.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to NewMexicoHighlands.com today.